Yo, what is up? Welcome to the first ever video on this channel, or the first video I'm recording about anime on this channel. I have two older videos uploaded, and I just posted those randomly a long time ago, and I'm just not going to delete them because, memories. But anyway, as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, we are going to be talking about Boruto Naruto Next Generations, Chapter 63. Man, I love this chapter. I'm already gonna say I would give this chapter an 8 out of 10. Uh, and the fighting is good, the talking is good. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be, partially breaking down this chapter. Um, I'm gonna be going, event by event, but I'm not gonna be, pointing out every little thing that happens. Like this video would be 40 minutes plus if I did that. These are long chapters. So I have a couple just main events that I really want to talk about here. The things that excited me the most from the chapter, because if I break everything down, like I feel like you guys should read the chapter yourself because it's actually really good and it's free on Viz. So you should definitely do that. Now, basically the fight starts. Boruto is there, Code is there, and Kawaki is there, and Kawaki is talking to Code and Boruto about how he wants to go with Code to talk to whoever is in control of Code. He figures out, because Code and Kawaki, as we've seen, they have a very bad, you know, relationship with each other. Code actually hates Kawaki, but Code isn't going to kill Kawaki because Ada likes Kawaki, and that was their agreement for joining. Ada wants Kawaki. She has a crush on him. And basically, Kawaki says to Code that he wants to talk to whoever's in control of him, quote unquote. So basically, Ada. And he, well, first of all, Ada is very happy that he said this. He was like, "Oh, he wants to talk to me? Nani?" I'm sorry. I'll never do that again. I'll never do that again. I promise you. I'll probably do that again. But anyway, yeah, she is, kind of turned on by this. It's Ada. She has a crush on Kawaki. It makes sense. And then Boruto is like, bro, what is going on right now, bro? He steps in and like he's like, Kawaki, this is not what Dad would want. Dad, obviously referring to Naruto, and Kawaki was like, I don't care if it's what Naruto would want, because Kawaki, he's gotten to the point, and Amato brought this up, to where he almost has an infatuation with Naruto. Like, he loves Naruto as a dad, because that's kind of what Naruto has been, but he has more than that for Naruto. I'm not saying he wants to date him or anything. Like I said, he has an infatuation with him. And um, so he is willing to give up his life for Naruto. That is why he is meeting with Code, and he wants to negotiate to keep Naruto alive. Now, Boruto punches him in the face at this point, and I want to bring up the panel on screen here, because this was actually a beautiful, beautiful shot here where Boruto says, "At the same time, it's my right to protect you, right, bro?" He says that to Kawaki, basically saying it's his right to protect him. He wants to protect Kawaki. And then Ada was like, "Oh my, seriously, that's so hot." So Ada is crushing on Boruto as well. Now, I don't know how I feel about this, because like Boruto's like 13, 12 maybe, and Ada, she kind of looks like a grown adult. Uh so, well, we don't really know her age, so we don't know, but that's just something I wanted to point out there. But anyway, yeah, like this panel is a beautiful, beautiful panel. In this next following part of the chapter, Code kind of introduces himself to Boruto, and he says that he's inherited the Otsutsuki will from Ishiki, which he has. And he said, "To be honest, I revere you because Otsutsuki are my faith. They're equivalent to gods." He says this to Boruto. "That's why it pains me to have to feed you to the Ten-Tails in order to cultivate the divine tree. It's too cruel a task for a devout follower like me." So Code, he like he's literally saying he worships Boruto a little bit as well, because Boruto is Otsutsuki. It pains him to have to fight Boruto right now. This is adding a lot to the depth of Code, and I really like this part as well. Now, of course, he's willing to do it because Ishiki, the person he worshipped for so long, he wanted to be a proper vessel, and he was jealous of Kawaki, that Kawaki was actually Ishiki's vessel. So after this, Boruto starts to activate his karma seal, and this is a very, very cool scene here. We then cut to them. The adults in Naruto realize that, Boruto is missing, but that's not really a big event. So yes, the fight starts, and Boruto goes in for a kick, and then he goes for a Rasengan, and this was actually a really cool shot, but Code just vanishes into the claw marks, disappears, and then instantly, the first time he sees it, Boruto is like, he can travel between the claw marks, which it's pretty obvious. And then, so yeah, he's continuing to scrap with him. He's kind of keeping up. Here he throws 2 shuriken, and then one of the shuriken turn into a clone of Boruto, so it's a transformation. And then he uses lightning style thunderbolt, and this is a really cool panel. I'm actually probably going to put it up on the screen. I can't show too many panels, but this one is just so cool. I love lightning style, and I love this. He misses, sadly, but Code says, not bad. This is fun fighting a ninja. So he's complimenting Boruto here. And, Boruto, even though he's clearly losing, you do get to see that he is a smart and very talented ninja. But then he says, you're an amateur when it comes to karma. He then activates his, and then this just starts the complete beatdown. I mean, Boruto doesn't even stand a chance here. He is just getting tossed around, not even hitting him once. His best feat at this time is throwing shuriken at him, and those get deflected instantly. It was just a brutal beatdown. Now, this leads into something very interesting, though. Code starts to tell Boruto about the karma seal, and he starts to elaborate about what the karma seal even is. And this is very, very relevant information, and I want to read it word for word because I love the way he says it. Increased power and speed from improved physical ability is certainly a major factor, but that alone wouldn't result in such an exponential jump in battle strength. The real reason lies somewhere else, with the karma's true essence, which is that Otsutsuki's combat experience, accumulated over millennia, gets overlaid upon your own mind and body. That's why you get stronger. Now, this is so cool to me. Like, already, I really like the idea of the Karma Seal. I think the Karma Seal is one of the coolest transformations in this entire franchise. That's just my opinion. But I actually like the Otsutsuki. A lot of people don't, so I understand. So the fight continues, and again, he's just kicking him around. It's not even a competition. But I'm just going to go back to this real quickly. I really like this explanation of how Boruto kind of bridges that gap between him and the high tiers of the show, because every time Boruto and Team 7 are in a major fight, it's them all having to team up, all getting ragdolled for most of the fight, just, pulling off smart maneuvers, but in proving that they're good, but never good enough to take anyone on solo. This bridges that gap, because if he can, we know that now there's so much more to the Karma Seal that he can master. He will have all of Momoshiki's battle experience and battle abilities, theoretically. That would make sense. If he has all that experience, he would probably kind of know how to do all these techniques that Momoshiki was doing throughout his fight with Naruto and Sasuke, which is a great fight. But yes, this could lead to Boruto really bridging that gap. and getting a lot stronger. And honestly, I feel like Chapter 64, I am so hyped for. And I feel like we are going to see a tremendous power increase here. Like, we are going to see probably Boruto in control of all of the Boroshiki power. So, like, when he completely decimated Boro, I feel like we are going to see that, except not Momoshiki in control. Like, I feel like that's the level of power where he's going to be brought to. And that really closes that gap, and that is perfect for this fight against Code. And I feel like he will be holding his own against Code and possibly even pushing Code a little bit in this next chapter. Like, I am so hyped for these next 2 to 3 months of Boruto, dude. Like, it's going to be fantastic stuff. I can already tell. Like, next chapter, if it rides the wave of this properly, it's going to be 10 out of 10. All right, so next, what happens is Boruto is on the ground, defeated, at least it looks like, and then he says, "Show me Otsutsuki Momoshiki's power." That's what Code says. And then the shadow clone, it was a shadow clone, it poofs away, and he looks to his left, and he sees Boruto standing there, and I have to put this panel up because it is so fucking clean. It is, like, listen, I gotta say, the manga is sometimes drippy as fuck, bro. Like, some of these panels and stuff, like, these, like, this looks so clean. Like, oh my gosh, I can never get enough of looking at this, and that is what needs to happen. And as you can see here, the Karma Seal is the same as the one that Borushiki has when Momoshiki is in control of Boruto's body. He just doesn't have the horn. So that's why I believe that this is him in control of that power. I'm just so hyped to see this next chapter. I'm so hyped for the future of Boruto. Boruto has been on a good streak for so long now. There's finally a big fandom growing. I've been a part of the fandom since 4 years ago. Well, honestly, that's not even true. About 2 years into its, like, Boruto being alive, I dropped the anime, and the manga, I didn't pick it back up until right around the end of the Ishiki fight. So, like, Baryon mode. That's when I picked it back up, and I read all of the manga. It was fantastic. I loved it. And then the anime, during this time, it was just like a lot of the kind of not so good fillery arcs, and I still think they're important to watch, and I'm glad I did, but it was kind of painful there. But the manga was freaking awesome, and I've been keeping up ever since. Been a part of the fandom, theorizing, watching videos and stuff. Like, I'm a nerd, so, like, I'm even involved with power scaling, which is like that next level nerd shit. But yes, this was a great chapter. Very, very fantastic stuff. I'm impressed. The manga, it's been doing a lot better, and I really think Boruto has a lot of potential and has been showing a lot more of that potential. I already love Boruto as a series. Like, I'm glad Boruto was created. I've gotten over the ninja tech stuff and the alien stuff, and now I've grown to accept it that there's cyborgs and aliens now. I've accepted it because it's still badass, and there's still good writing. And yes, this is going to be the end of my first video. I also will be working on a Dragon Ball Chapter 77 review coming out, because that chapter came out also today, and it was really, really good. And there's a lot to talk about there as well. And then I also do want to make a video kind of elaborating more on Boruto's potential and his potential to be definitely stronger than Naruto. Like, I guarantee you, by the end of the series, Boruto will be stronger than Naruto. Even Baryon mode Naruto, probably. The way that the series is going, they have to keep upping the levels. But anyway, yeah, this is the end of the video. I could keep rambling on forever because I love nerd shit and anime. Leave some suggestions down below of stuff you'd like to see. If you guys enjoyed this video, the quality will be getting better over time. Right now, I'm literally sitting in my closet with my laptop recording this on my phone right now, so there's definitely upgrades to be made. But yes, I hope you guys all have a fantastic day. If you guys like this video, consider subscribing. Check out my main channel site in the description, and it'll also be in my bio. And check out all the links there as well if you want to keep updated with me. But anyway, that's going to be the end of this video, guys.